I just think we settled down a little bit. I just thought LA played great in the first half. I really did. They were playing very well at both ends of the floor and creating some easy opportunities for themselves in transition and off our turnovers.
Are you going to play Lauren Jackson next game?
Are we going to play Lauren Jackson next game? Not that I'm aware of. Oh, I thought LA played real well in the first half. I thought we shot the ball poorly in the first half. I thought that we turned the ball over early in the game, put ourselves in a hole. I thought we fought back. We played a little bit more we played with a lot better efficiency in the second half. I liked the way we got to the free throw line. We had a good spurt in the second half at the defensive end, but we just put ourselves in too big of a hole.
Was their defense in the first quarter the most aggressive that you've seen them play this season?
That I've seen them play?
Yes. Against
It was pretty good defense. I mean, they were active, they were alert, they were communicating. You know, they were doing a lot of great things out there defensively. Did a great job of getting a lot of pressure on Sue. There's no question.
When did you decide to start Ashley? Was that a game time decision?
No, we talked about that. We worked on that all week. Well, I mean, we may have stopped them, but we also gave up, 30-some points to their bench. And, that was the difference in the game to me, was their ability to shoot the ball on the perimeter. And they did a great job of finding open people, and they were well prepared for that. And, they hit key shots like that early in the game, and then they hit some timely shots late in the game. Marie's three in the corner was a huge shot for them, and they did a great job of passing the ball.
Opening remark, right? It was a tough game for us. I think we didn't really come out with the intensity and the focus that we needed to come out against this team, especially on their court. And I think we just got in a hole, and we did try to climb our way out of it, but kind of ran out of gas there at the end. You got to give credit to LA. They played very well. They did exactly what we knew they were going to do, which is rebound, run the ball like hell, and they did a great job of that. So luckily for us, it's the reason why we played this regular season, was to get home court advantage, and we're heading home. So right now our season really is down to just one game, and that's what we're going to focus. They're small, obviously, and with that they're able to kind of get underneath you, and their center of gravity is low, so it's hard to kind of knock them off, so to speak. And they just kept rotating those two. It wasn't just Bobbitt, Tamika Johnson as well. Just kept rotating them. Obviously, I'm sure their game plan was to put as much pressure on me as possible, and they did a good job. I still feel like, once after the first quarter, I was able to kind of figure it out a little bit more, and just how to attack it to get my shot. That's really, that's what Brian or Coach Agler was asking of me. The first couple defensive possessions, we were there. That's what we wanted to do. Defensively, we wanted to set a tone. But then on the offensive end, we just turned the ball over a little too much. And against this team, a turnover is bad because they just, like I said, they run it. They ram it right down your throat. And they're able to do that because they have bigs who can, namely Candace, who can get the rebound and take it themselves. And, that puts a lot of pressure on your transition defense. So it was tough. I think early on, I think we had 6 turnovers in the first couple minutes. We finished with 14 for the game, so I should give you an idea. 6 is a lot in one little spurt, and that's what allowed them to go on their run. They had 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, 3-on-1s, and those are hard to stop. So that's definitely something we're going to have to talk about, limiting our turnovers. Yeah, I mean, playing LA is tricky because obviously their front court is very dominant. If you let them, each one of them can go off on any given night. So tonight we tried to take the ball out of their hands as much as possible, trap them when we could, and with that it opened up things for the other girls on the team, or the other women on their team. So I have to give credit to the other ones that stepped up in the scoring category. I mean, you look at the box score, and it was very balanced. So you have to give credit to them. They were able to find the open person and knock down that shot. But yeah, that was definitely something we wanted to do, is not let Lisa, Candace, Delisha go off on us. We're just focused. I think everybody knows where Lisa is. Everybody knows where Candace is. Same with Delisha. And you have to be. I mean, they're very. I mean, they're two of the best players in the world right now. So you have to know where they are at all times. You know, so let's say the ball's being passed in and I leave. I'm leaving Bobbitt. If she's wide open, if she can knock those down, you know, that's going to be great for their team. Tonight, I think all of their players on the outside, everybody who stepped in, they hit big shots. So, you know, but it's kind of like pick your poison with those situations. Yeah, I think, I mean, we knew this coming in, so it's a lot easier said than done. Limit our turnovers because, you know, turnovers are bad in themselves, but if we had 14 turnovers where they all went out of bounds, I'd be okay with that. It's the turnovers that lead to their transition that we really need to clean up. Getting back, and of course, we always want to be able to rebound. We got out rebounded tonight, you know. And with all that, we were down 6 with 5 minutes, and then we couldn't get off. What was it? 61, 67? I can't remember. 61. Couldn't get off 61 points. So I don't know. Hopefully, we learn a lot, and hopefully, our crowd comes out to support us. See what happens.
Well, again, Bobbitt is starting, and she's the rookie, and you know what, as a coaching staff, we have to kind of like live with her mistakes because she's learning on the job. That's where Tamika Johnson comes in, being a veteran and a proven player in this league. She can come in and kind of pick up the slack there, and I thought they both did an excellent job, especially on the defensive end against Bird. Our job was to kind of wear her down, to get up on her, pressure her all the time, make it tough for her. And Sue Bird is a consummate pro. She got 21 points tonight, but again, I thought we did a good job. She only had 1 assist. And that's what MVPs do, and she's an MVP candidate in this league. Not only do they get theirs, they make others around them better, and we had to take one of the way. And I thought we did a good job of making her score and not getting those other ones baskets. Well, that's going to happen when you get a good defensive team like Seattle. I thought they did a good job of double-teaming us, and it took us some time to figure it out, but we finally figured it out. And I think our post stopped rushing and started passing the basketball. When you do that and moving the ball and you have good court spacing, people like Mashiadre and Sydney Spencer and all the ones that are on the perimeter got to step up and hit shots. And I don't think we knew we had the game won. We just get complacent out there, and it happens in the game of basketball. But you have to stay focused, and that's one thing coaches are always talking about: mental toughness, mental focus, stay focused, and that's it. And when we lose our focus, we commit little turnovers that we shouldn't do, or ones that'll get you in trouble. And luckily, we had enough lead to where we could overcome it. But we know going up to Seattle, it's going to take 40 minutes of focused basketball to get a win up there. I thought our bench did a great job. I think they had 20, 21 points in the first half, and that's a first for us because our bench has been trying to find themselves. But I think over the Olympic break, I think they developed their identity during that time because it was the 9 players working, and we did a lot of work on a lot of different things, and now you see where it's starting to pay off because people know that they have to be responsible for their minutes, they have to be accountable for their actions, and they know the coaching staff has a lot of confidence in them, so they just come out and play basketball. Again, this is just one game. All we've done was start the playoffs. We haven't won anything. We haven't done a thing. All we've done was start the playoffs. And, again, we know we got 2 games to go up to Seattle. And, yeah, we're going to give it our first try because we definitely know that this first game is going to be a very, very important because we can get this, we can end the series. But if we don't get this, we got a second chance at it. But we're going up there looking to get this first win.
We did a really good job with our defensive schemes and not allowing Bird to kind of get off on us, even though she's just a great player and really hard to stop. Well, you know, like I said, defense is what it's all about for me. I just try to be that last line of help whenever we need any help, rotation. I try to be there for my teammates 10 out of 10 times. But, you know, I have my hands full, too, trying to keep your line off the board, so it's not easy. You know, she's a great player, and she always crashes both offensively and defensively. So, you know, it's always a great matchup when we're out there on the floor and just trying to, you know, contain each other. You know, I got to do a much better job of taking care of the ball in general. Stop trying to make the home run pass and just get it back out to the guard and let them do that. And I would be much better at that in Seattle. I got to keep my turnovers down in order for us to win. It's double team. I mean, this is the playoffs, and we recognize that teams are not going to allow Candace and I to beat them. No one's going to give us the one-on-one situations that we had in regular season. And so we have to find other players and get the ball to them. And I thought we did a much better job of that for the most part once we just recognize that, you know, it's not about us. It's about getting the ball to the open players. And our teammates were great. So they knocked down shots. Our bench did an awesome job, and that's what it's going to take for us to win in Seattle as well. We can't settle and try. We have to move the ball around and let it find an open player, and it'll open it back up for us. But I thought at times both Candace and I, forced too many shots or looks or just trying to get the ball even to each other and turned it over. So we're both going to have to get better than that in a very short period of time. We've actually been in both situations. I believe there's a time where we've won here and then went somewhere else and won, and there's also a time where we've left and lost too. So we have been in both situations, but I feel really good about our chances. I've also been in the situation that Seattle's in. You feel like with having home court advantage, it's an advantage, but really it's not, because you have to go on the road and win that first one, and then you have to come back and beat that team twice. So it's a difficult situation for both teams, but we're feeling good right now. Being 1-0, you got to beat us twice in a row, and I think that's just going to be really hard to do. So obviously I have confidence in my team, and hopefully we can go up there and we're going to win.